Yvonne and Evy spread love and light. Through Reiki healing souls take flight. Personal awareness for mental health is lost. Healing minds, bodies, and spirits, the powerful touch. Hands filled with energy, hearts full of care. Together they heal for those in despair. Guiding individuals to find inner peace. Empowering them to fierce release. Yvonne and Evy with hearts so brave. Healing souls, the broken they save. Shining light on mental health's true light. Through Reiki healing they bring hope and light. May their work inspire. May their love
So you
ignite.
decided to take this on? That's a good idea.
Did you
But you left the
pause?
rest
Was
of the
it
project.
glue?
No,
Hello.
it's the glue that comes off, the gum.
Hello,
thing.
thank you for joining.
No, you can take it
Good
apart.
morning, everyone. Just wanted to welcome you all again this week for Wellness Fundamentals with Evie and Yvonne. And today we're going to be going over, they had a really great health fair this weekend. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the health fair and see how well it went and some of the many vendors that attended. So the first things first, I always like to introduce our ladies so you know a little bit about a little more about them. And
So
we're gonna get to it.
I'm outside, as you can see, and the Wi-Fi keeps kicking me off.
It's okay. It's
But
okay. I'm gonna go through the bios now. So just give me
and for some reason, it's not allowing me to hear you guys.
oh, okay. Still? Oh no. So Yvonne Secreto is a CEO, nurse, entrepreneur, and author, and founder of Health Awareness Educational Products and Services LLC, the creator of the WellnessGalaxy.com. The WellnessGalaxy.com is a community of virtual and in-person holistic health professionals and wellness experts who offer intuitive coaching and customized wellness care plans to natural healing seekers. And let's also meet Evie. Her business is Uniform Meditation UN, which is focused on supporting frontline heroes. Evie, a reiki master, meditation teacher, deaf doula, and mediumship practitioner, champions self-discovery and compassion. She envisions a world where mental wellness is paramount. Let's welcome Evie, and soon Yvonne will jump back on again.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome, Kenya.
Yes.
Hope everyone's doing well.
I want to learn what happened at the health fair this weekend. I know you had a great health fair this weekend. You had vendors that came out. You bought some of the tools. So just want to touch up and find out more on what how that health fair went this weekend.
Sure. Thank you for asking. So we had a wonderful health fair on this past Sunday, and we had a bunch of different vendors. It was great. So I'm just thinking from the left of like how the vendors were seated. We had Yvonne, who brought in the light therapy. We had then Stephanie Christian, who had the Reiki, she had the aromatherapy.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me okay? Because I hear echo.
I could hear you, yes.
Okay, cool. And then we had Hazel, who does tarot, and she also does beautiful crystal stones that are wrapped with like copper or different types of sterling silver. And then she places them on necklaces or she makes like bracelets. We also had Shama, who is just an amazing person who has had a store at one point, like a spiritual store, and she sells creative types of things with stones as well, and just so much. We just have like everything: sage, Palo Santo, everything you can think. And then we also had BK Diviner. Danae, she's amazing. She does intuitive readings. She practices IFA. So That's like an African tradition, religion, and very spiritually guided woman. And we were so happy to have her. We also had some coaches there, some life coaches, and we also had someone who was able to talk on Alzheimer and dementia. I think you would have enjoyed learning from her workshop, Kenya.
Topic, yeah.
We have to talk offline about her because she's just so amazing, or maybe introduce her into one of our sessions.
Okay.
And her name is Janelle. And we had some city agencies as well. We had the Commission of Racial Equity there. It's a new commission.
Okay.
And we also had some other city agencies like New York Connects there as well. And so, yeah, we had about 35 people show. It was a really nice, intimate space.
That sounds great.
We had free food. People seemed really happy.
The weather was amazing. Had a great Sunday for it.
The weather was really amazing. And at the end, we also celebrated Malcolm X's birthday because it happened to fall on that day. So we honored his legacy and advocacy in communities, and just really thinking about how he was always evolving as a person, and how spirituality as well was something that he advocated for, and truth seeking. And so it just was really, really divine. It was a really amazing day.
That sounds like you guys had an amazing day. The turnout seemed like you had people to interact with. People were able to use many of the tools that we discussed in the last few weeks that we've been on. So yeah, this is our third meeting in the month of March for Mental Health Awareness Month. And you guys been doing an amazing job just letting us know about what we can do in our homes, some of the tools that we can use to make us feel better. And then in turn, you're going to give us tips. Well, in the next session, they're going to show us how to make your home, right? How to make your home comfortable, and well, you know the language. You know the language. You are the expert, so you could tell us more about that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited for next week. We're gonna have a guest speaker, Shoderi, who she's the real expert. I mean, she has studied feng shui, or just like how to keep your space aligned for optimal health.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm really excited about what she has to share.
That sounds so good. So did you have any workshops going on at the health fair? Can you tell us a little bit about those?
Yes. So we had Janelle, who focused on Alzheimer's and dementia. We had a coach who talked about just alignment with your most authentic self. And we also had Yvonne go on and talk about life therapy.
Okay, that sounds awesome. I love it. What is some of the? I know we talked about what people can do in their homes, and can we go a little bit over some of those tools again? Like what? I know we talked about having a thermometer, having
oximeter or something.
Yeah, and then also having a blood pressure machine. So
yes,
those are the three main machines that are to be used in the home. And then we have the lights. So tell us a little bit about the facility the facility where people can come and maybe use some of the services with the light treatments and the oils and things like that.
Sure. So Yvonne has a space in Brooklyn where you can make an appointment for the red light therapy and the various tools that she also offers. And she showed that in previous sessions. So if you'd like to just watch those episodes again, feel free to. There were many different tools.
Yes. So in our previous show, she did go through each tool. So if you want to know a little more about each tool, and if you decide to go to her space in Brooklyn, then you can see some of the tools that she will be using. And also tell me about Uniform, your company.
Sure. So our niche is helping those who are like uniformed workers. So that can look like anything like protective services. That could look like people who who work for the MTA. It could look like so many various people, but these are the frontliners and first responders, and people that really have to be working even during the toughest moments that
So,
happen in society.
so are you conducting workshops for all these different agencies? Like how is your program mapped out?
So I usually contract with the Department of Labor, but I'm looking to expand that with the different agencies
Mhm.
in order to provide workshops, like meditation sessions, but also collaborating with human resources departments
Yeah.
to be able to see what people's baselines are, where are they, and investigate
Mhm.
um, where their employees are in terms of their wellness.
Mhm. Sounds good. What other things are you? Oh, okay. I think Yvonne is trying to join us again, so I'm gonna go ahead and add her to the stage.
Okay.
Hello and welcome back.
Hi.
Can you hear us
This
now?
is called work-life balance, okay? So my grandson had a science project this evening and I couldn't say no to him.
Well, the children come first. We have
So
to
I'm
make
trying to do it all.
we have to make sure to keep them happy and support the things that they do. That's all about it. Like you said, balancing, balancing. You have to
And
do it.
encourage them. Yes. So I just want to add a little bit to what Evie
So
said
we
about I wanted to add to what Evie was saying
Evie.
about the space. What?
Hmm. Go ahead.
Um
No, I can
that
hear you.
okay, that we invite people to go on the website, um, look at the different services, book something that you're interested in, and then we'll get in touch with you with all the other details about how to find us. We have meetups where we meet weekly and sometimes monthly on Zoom or in person to do energy work, healing work, and different things. So there's a
Yes.
lot
So
of different ways to get connected. Sorry.
Evie walked us through the health fair and said that it was a great turnout. There was like
Yeah.
great workshops that you guys held, and I'm sorry I wasn't able to be there. I would have loved to experience it. So I guess this means you guys have to have another one.
Yes, we will. Right, Evie? We had a few people ask for more. Our goal is to empower people to be participants in their healing process in a very powerful way, to learn about new tools, new technology, new information, and to complement what their health providers are already doing. So that's the goal, and we are powerfully standing in that place and supporting others to do the same.
Okay. Can you also share the where people can find you again?
It's thewellnessgalaxy.com. Thewellnessgalaxy.com. You can put it in the chat, I guess. And Evie,
Yeah.
you need to give them the uniform meditation website.
And I'm gonna put a banner across the screen.
Oops, I'm sorry, I was muted. Mine is uniformmeditation.com.
Is it the wellness galaxy.com?
Yes, yes. The.
So I'm gonna add this banner so you all can visit the wellnessgalaxy.com and you get to learn about all the different programs that Yvonne offers. And then also, Evie, can you also tell me your site again too, so we could share that with the viewers?
Sure. I shared it in our private chat, but it's uniformedmeditation.com.
Is it the uniform?
Just uniformed.
Okay, because I'm typing it as we go.
Okay, gotcha.
Uniform.
Meditation.com.
Uniform meditation.
Yeah, and I think the best way to stay in touch with me is through my email. So I can also plug my email just in case you want to chat with me if anyone in the audience wants to stay in contact, or you can also follow us through social media. So social media is meditation at uniform meditation. Just that.
Okay, you can add it in the chat and I'll post it on the
Yeah.
so everyone can see.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kenya.
So tell us what we have in store for. We have about one more session left. So can you just walk us through what we have in store for our next session before you let us go for the month of May, because we're almost done with the month of May, and then everyone's gonna have to reach out to Evie and Yvonne on these websites. So I will be sharing them throughout the broadcast, so everyone can add them. Save these websites, and if you want to get in contact with Evie or Yvonne.
So we're going to have some guests on. Evie's going to introduce them. And then I want to share my experience with them because I've used both of their services. So, Evie, you want to tell us who will be working with us?
Sure. So next week we'll have Shordari, who practices just like feng shui in the house. So just making sure that the space is aligned for the best ultimate health for you and your space. And so I thought that it would be really helpful because we're doing mental health in spring, that she could talk about spring cleaning, but also the science behind her magic and why she got into it, and just the benefits of feng shui. So I'm really excited for her to talk about it. And so Degra is all about body and movement, and I thought it would be really important to talk about body and movement because it's so critical for health as well, to move your body. And so really grateful that they'll be with us soon next week.
So you said they're going to be
Thank you.
showing body movement on like different body movements. So they're going to be in a studio space so people can put on their comfortable clothes. So can people interact as they're doing these body movements, or she's just be displaying these body movements?
We can ask him to do that. We can ask him to do that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, so if people can participate, in these movements, and I think that would be awesome. So he'll be joining us next week, right, on this platform.
Yes, so that's the Degra, and then Shrodari is the other practitioner that we're going to be featuring.
Okay, that sounds great. I look forward to it. I look forward to that.
Yeah, see.
So then we have to make sure everyone has on comfortable clothes, something form-fitting, some not too tight, something you can move in, so you can do these movements.
Exactly. Yeah.
To help you with this is going to help you with your mental health, and it's just something good to carry out each day. Any type of something that can help with your health, any movement,
there's so many different ways of just helping relieve your stress. So, like some people, the most common thing that people do are massages and maybe going to the spa, um, maybe yoga classes. Those are like the most common things that most people do when trying to relieve stress, or even just going to the gym. Very practical things: going to the gym, listening to music. Some people write. Some people sing. So there's different ways of relieving your stress, and people just have to find that what makes them comfortable, and what can relieve their stress. So we just want to open up every opportunity for people to do that, and what makes them feel comfortable doing it. So thank you guys all for sharing all this information. I know this is helpful to people. I've been getting some comments, on
Can I?
the information that you all been sharing, and that it's been helpful. So hopefully this will new clients come our way, and I look forward to seeing growth in both of your
Can I say
programs.
something?
Yes,
Can you hear me?
I can. Yes.
Okay. I apologize for introducing us to something called dowsing. And dowsing is when you clear the energy in your home. You check to see if it's balanced. She does a lot of wonderful work with clutter.
No. Okay.
So
Yes.
people who have paper clutter or other kinds of clutter, you need to be on this call next week because she does a lot of great work with clutter. The name of her company is Emerald Consciousness. Yeah, so it's
I have,
very
I had a,
enjoyable.
I have a
Yeah,
question. Um, what if people
I'm
show
a paper
signs?
clutter person. I'm
Yeah.
guilty of that.
What if people show signs of, like, are we talking about like a case of hoarding or anything like that? Is that, or is it
I,
hoarding?
I'm sure that she could manage hoarding, but that's not her specialty. But definitely clutter. She uses aromatherapy spray actually,
Oh, this
and
is for
it's called decluttering. The
Is it
spray.
cluttering like for your mind, body, and soul? Decluttering for your mind, body, and soul. Not
It
so much.
is, but literal decluttering also. Yes, yes, yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, because there's so many, people just are going through. People in this day and age are just going through so much, and when you come across people that are
Yes.
experiencing all these different situations, you want to try to be the person that can
You're
help.
gonna have to switch.
Oh yes, I'll
Yes, yes, yes.
there we go. Evie, welcome back.
Hey, I had to sneak a strawberry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. So I think I look forward to that. I look forward to learning on how to declutter, and also the movements to help you relieve your stress and to be a better you. And I look forward to that. That's amazing. So
Definitely.
that seems like we're gonna have a full show next week then.
Yeah, it's gonna be really, really full, and I think this week we wanted to just like do a recap maybe
Yeah.
on some of the
So
different things that we've
can
talked
you
about.
can you walk us through some of those things that we already have discussed?
Yeah, I have the list right here. So I have, just as a reminder, that because we're in spring. Oh, sorry about the ambulance. So because we're in spring, we've been talking about mental health a lot, focusing on the individual, sprouting, developing, and flourishing. And we talked about self-awareness and advocacy for self and compassion for others.
Mm-hmm.
We also talked about in one of our first sessions the different types of doulas.
Right.
We talked in another session, or maybe in conjunction with Yvonne, on holistic tools.
Mm.
Um, we briefly talked about creativity, journaling, and self care as well. And then, so next week will be emotional strength and health practices. We'll talk about the environmental and spring cleaning benefits with Shoday. We'll talk about spring cleaning as well, and with Sedegra physical activity and like nature. And then if do we have an extra week after that or no?
Do we have? Let me look. Let's look at a calendar. So
While
today's
you're looking, Kenya, while you're looking, I want to mention that Evie gave really great information about mental health resources, the phone
yeah.
numbers to call. There's also a program in New York City called the Mobile Crisis Unit.
Okay.
And that is a service where if you know someone who is in a mental health crisis, you can have this mobile unit come out and they actually will have two doctors on the unit that will evaluate the patient right there on the spot.
Okay.
And
That's
I've seen them medicate patients.
wow.
With the mobile crisis unit, they give them injections right then and there, or they actually admit them into the hospitals.
Okay.
So that's for a crisis.
Okay.
But then Evie was telling us about another number that you can call. So do you want to talk about that, Evie?
Is that the 988 number?
Correct, Kenya.
Okay. All right. Yes. Yes. I remember. I remember you talking about the 988 number. Can you tell us about 988 and what it's used for?
Sure. There's also a website. I'm going to put it in our private chat. It's New York City 988, cityofnewyork.us. And basically, it's a phone number you can dial if you need someone to talk to, if you're having symptoms of stress, depression, anxiety. Even if you're having dependency issues with drugs or alcohol, and you can have someone there that can, just connect with you 24/7 if you ever at any time feel like, you need immediate assistance. Feel free to call that number. It's there for a purpose and it's there to be utilized. So there's also a chat if you go onto the website. So maybe you don't want to talk over the phone, you just want to chat. Know that that's also an option for you. Because some people do have that preference.
Yeah, because you know what? Writing in the chat might be create privacy for that person.
Yeah.
If they're in a household where there's other people around that can hear what they're saying, they may not be comfortable speaking, but if they can chat and write, then they'll be more willing to share.
Yeah, I love that. Yvonne, yeah. And also for anyone that speaks Spanish, if you just dial number 2 after you dial 988, there is speaking representatives that can help as well.
That's a great resource. That's a great resource. I think all the resources that you shared, Yvonne and Evie, are great resources, and also especially the mobile crisis center. Now, can someone just call 311 to get the mobile crisis center, or is it something that they just go around the city looking for people?
No, it's called a mobile crisis unit, and it's a literal van. It's a bus.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it comes to you wherever the crisis is. And
Oh, okay.
and the doctors on the bus evaluate the patient in crisis and
Okay.
medicate them on the spot.
All right. That sounds like a good service. I'm sure
Yeah.
that many New Yorkers are appreciative that they have a mobile crisis unit that can come and
Yeah, New York is just such an amazing city. Anything you need is available in almost 24 hours a day.
yeah, yeah. It's the city, definitely the city that never sleeps. Definitely the city that never sleeps. 24 hours. Yes, lady. So if we don't have any more, we probably could wrap up the show a little early today and get ready for our big show next week with all our new guests and demonstrations that we can look for.
Hmm.
So if you wanted to have any final thoughts, you could go ahead and say final thoughts and um, share your contacts again. I'll put on your websites again so people can know the wellnessgalaxy.com, which Yvonne Secreto is CEO of, and then we have the uniformmeditation.com, which Evie is she runs that program. So if you guys need
Evie is also part of the Wellness Galaxy, and she is one of the trainers. We do a lot of courses, healing courses. She's part of that team. Um, she does private sessions. So next week is going to be very dynamic. You're going to meet more people from the team. Wear comfortable clothing, like Kenya said. Um, Come prepared to learn. Bring a little notebook and pad, because Showa Dairy gives you really great pointers. And I can take the audience through what I call a guided meditation journey, and we can really explore them seeing themselves in their best, highest good health, and do some exercises with that also next week.
that sounds great. And if you need to get a hold of Evie, she did leave us her email, and I'm gonna put that on the screen as well for you.
Yeah, definitely. Stay in contact. I'd love to hear from folks. My email is evie@uniformmeditation.com. You can also follow me on social media at Uniform Meditation. And I'm really responsive on their Instagram, especially. I'm looking to start a creative workshop as well. So if you're interested in joining that for like creative journaling and wellness, feel free to follow me, and I'd love to just add you to that class on Zoom.
Right. Well, thank you, ladies, again. Thank you for sharing what happened at the health fair this past weekend. We look forward to the next health fair. Also, thank you for sharing all these great resources and phone numbers that people can call and contact if they are in crisis and they need to talk to someone, and or if they just want to use some of your services just to be able to relieve some of the stress that they're experiencing in life. So just wanted to thank you ladies again for joining us. And if you
Thank
want
you.
to have any final thoughts, you could go ahead and say them now.
I just want to say that I appreciate you allowing me to do multitasking with my family and with the show. I love this work, and I love affecting lives. So thank you.
You are so welcome.
Yes, same. Thank you so much, Kenya, for the opportunity. Um, I feel like in the beginning we were just so like trying to really get everything like together and perfect, and like now I'm just like, oh, I already know this stuff. I don't need to like.
It's like smooth transition. And then like that's just how it goes like as weeks progress, especially with any program that you are running, you
Yeah.
know, it gets smoother as the time goes by. So I look forward to working with you ladies and putting together some more health fairs and make it bigger and better, and I look forward to it. and build some great
Thank
partnerships
you
and
all.
relationships.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. Look forward to seeing you ladies again next week with our two new visitors, and that's, yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank
Have a
you,
great
Hermes.
Memorial Day, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay.
thank you, Hermes Echeverra. She's been so dedicated every week for the last few weeks, joining us and commenting and being supportive. So we just want to thank you and highlight you, and hopefully you enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. And if you need to contact any of these ladies, please feel free to reach out via email or through their websites. But thank you so much for always joining. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Kenya.
You're welcome. All right, ladies. So we're gonna
Good
wrap
night,
up.
ladies.
Thank you everyone for joining and watching, and we'll see you again